your face is narrow, you know how frustrating it is to shop for glasses. Every pair ends up winging out to the sides of your face like you could take flight at any moment, or you end up going with kids' glasses because that's all that you can find that fits you, even though you weren't really going for rainbows and unicorns. If this sounds like you might have a narrow face, and this video is for you. I'm Aislinn, creator of PetiteGlasses.com, and today I'm giving tips for glasses for women with narrow faces. So what is a narrow face? Well, in this video, I'm talking specifically about a long, thin face. In terms of face shape, it would be considered an oblong face shape. So your total face width will be narrower than the average person, but also will have plenty of length. And I specify that because there are some women like me who have small faces that are narrower than average, but they're also shorter than average. So they're sort of small this way, but also small this way. Whereas these are tips for women who are small this way, plenty of length this way. And so that's what I mean in this video when I talk about a narrow face, and that's who these tips are for. So if your face is narrower than average, but not necessarily particularly lengthy in relation to its width, then I recommend you check out my other video, Glasses for Small Faces, because the tips are different, and I have the link down below. My first recommendation is to avoid top-heavy glasses. So top-heavy glasses are any glasses for which the upper rim and top area, all of this, is darker or thicker than the lower rim. And of course this pair is an example of that. Other examples of that are brow line or Clubmaster style glasses, plastic fade glasses that are dark on top and then fade to a lighter color on bottom or to a transparent shade on bottom, also known as ombre, and semi-rimless, also known as half-rim glasses, for which there actually is no lower rim and the lens is exposed at the bottom and held in place by an invisible wire. All of these styles are great for women with small faces, but not necessarily great for women with long, thin faces. And the reason is that the dark upper area catches the eye at the top and creates the impression of elongation from here down. So it actually exaggerates the appearance of facial length, which is great if you don't have a lot of length, but if you already have a lot of length, then you might not be trying to further elongate the appearance of your face. So the better solution, generally speaking, for women with long, thin faces is to choose a pair of glasses that are of even thickness and darkness all around, like this lovely pair. And so what this does is, instead of catching the eye at the top and creating a sense of all of this length from here to here, what it does is it sort of breaks the face up into sections. So by doing that, it breaks up the appearance of length. So that is why it's generally recommended for women with long, thin faces to avoid top-heavy frames. Next, I recommend that you choose frames that have taller lenses rather than shorter lenses. Generally speaking, the height of your lens should be proportionate to the length of your face. So the longer your face is, the taller your lenses should be. So correspondingly, the shorter your face, the shorter your lenses should be. So for example, a pair of glasses like these, which are quite short vertically, would not perhaps be as flattering on a long face as a pair like these, same pair I was wearing before but different color, which have more lens height and will be more proportionate to a long face. And so in terms of frame shape, what that means is it's better to favor frames that are square rather than rectangular, or round rather than oval, or tall contemporary cat eyes rather than the shorter classic cat eyes. Here's a chart that shows some size recommendations for lens height. And so again, as a woman with a long, thin face, you're going to want to look at the size range specified for square or round frames rather than oval or rectangle, because you want more height. And of course, no conversation about glasses for narrow faces would be complete without discussion of the frame width. it makes sense that if your face is narrower than average, you need narrower than average frames. The total width of your frame front should be about equal to the total width of your face, but it should be actually slightly wider. Not so wide as the winging out, about to take flight look that we were talking about earlier, but a little wider than your face is better than a little narrower. So for example, if you ever tried a pair of kids' glasses that were just inward of your total face width, that actually makes your face look pinched. And so it's better actually to be slightly wider than slightly narrower than your total face width. Ideally, it would be pretty close though. So you can actually take a ruler and measure the total width of your face at the widest point, wherever that is, and stand in front of a mirror or have a friend help you, but make sure that you are at least 8 inches away from the mirror or from your friend who's helping in order to get the most accurate measurement. And that will give you the total frame width that you are looking for. More and more manufacturers of glasses are including total frame width in the measurements that they list for the frames, which makes it easier to then find the right width for you. And I recommend if you do that and take that measurement, do that in millimeters, because glasses are measured in millimeters. So here's an image that shows the recommended total width for petite and extra petite glasses. And lastly, lens width is really important for women with narrow faces. The lens width is the width of the lens, also known as the eye size. And so when that is too wide, it sort of makes your eyes look all scrunched up in the middle of your face. So it's very important to get that right. And it also needs to be smaller than average if your face is narrower than average. So here's a chart that shows the recommended size ranges for lens width. And if you're not familiar with glasses sizes and how to read them, check out my links below. I have plenty of information on that. And so you can find out how to read glasses sizes and find all of my information on recommended sizing for small or narrow faces. My final tip on glasses for narrow faces is to check out a petite line of glasses. Petite glasses are designed exclusively for small or narrow faces, so that is the best place to find the kinds of sizes and styles that we've talked about here and that work best for a face like yours. And while we're at it, I'd love to invite you to come check us out over at petiteglasses.com, where we make glasses for women like you. And we offer an easy home try-on. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you found this useful. Please click the like button because I love knowing that you enjoy these videos. And please share with anyone else you know who has a long, thin face or a small face, and they'll thank you for it. And lastly, I have plenty more tips coming your way, so please click the subscribe button so you can hear more of that. Thanks again, and bye.